you doing? How was that new moon for you last week? There's been lots of changes and very full on energy this year, but fingers crossed, it should have started to be better than last year, which was very intense. Now this week we have Mars, the planet of action, joining Uranus, the unpredictable, in your 9th house, which is all about learning, traveling, people from other cultures, long distance relationships. And Uranus for you has been in this position for 7 years. In fact, this is truly important because it is the last big boom of that energy, and it's going to be a massive energetic experience of what that lesson has been for you in the past 7 years. No doubt you have a very radically different view of the world and of yourself than you did 7 years ago. Perhaps you really became true to yourself and you were pushed to show your unique soul. Some people may have thought you've got a bit more eccentric, but I hate that term because I think that term is very disparaging. It puts people down who dare to be different. So there's a part of you that is expressing yourself more truly now. You may have become involved with someone from overseas who had a massive impact on your life. You may have got involved with someone who's from a different culture or upbringing, and there were very strong lessons to be learned. It may be that you travelled more or you moved countries, and certainly your worldview, your philosophy would have changed a lot in the past 7 years. Now Uranus is moving out of that area, and for the rest of this lifetime is not coming back. But on the 12th, 13th, there's a big surge of energy with Mars and Uranus joining forces in that area. So expect a peak experience. Whatever that lesson was, whatever it was that you went through connected to that, there'll be some kind of, I won't say necessarily a resolution, because it's not really like that, but it'll be an experience, and it may even be an opportunity for you to shift or to step into that energy more, depending on how it has been for you. But look out, regardless, for communication or contact or experiences of travel, of having an opportunity to really express who you truly are, or of a connection with somebody from a different culture or background to you, or long distance, because that is going to be powerful. But the joy is you've got Mars in that energy for you, so you can be very forthright, you can be very strong, you can push the agenda, you know how to deal with things because you're in warrior mode in those areas. The other thing that's happening this week is that Mars is moving out of that energy and into the energy that you'll be experiencing for the next 7 years from March, which is all about your career and reputation. You are powerful, you are strong, and you have all the energy in the world to get things done when it comes to work this week. You've got, like, you know, normally what you get done in a week, you can do 5 times as much, and you're passionate about what you're doing. If there's something you want to go into, you're able to really kind of steer yourself in the right direction and put your foot on the pedal. There is no stopping you when it comes to your career. Bear in mind that Mars can be a bit feisty there. Avoid arguing or conflict with someone, because you may lose your temper more than usual. You might find yourself just going whoosh and saying what you think, which is not always appropriate in all situations. I've got Mars in Aries, I'm like that all the time. But it's, you know, we've got to bite our tongue sometimes, but certainly all of this can be very positive. Now Mars goes there on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day you might have to work, but you won't really mind, or you might be attracted to somebody very powerful. You might have a date with somebody super powerful and strong, or has a very kind of, you know, they seem that they know where they're going. Let's see what the tarot has in store for you. Of course, this is general, but, you know, focus on it, and it definitely mirrors, in my experience, what the astrology is saying anyway. Okay, Leo, first card. You may be, at the beginning of the week, experiencing this sense that, you know, I've been hurt, and you might be within that sense of hurt from the past. Now, if you look at this card, that is not a new pain. It's a pain that has just been there for a long time. It's also, if you look at the swords, it's the symmetry of those swords. I mean, it's almost as if you're walking around with that pain. You might not even feel it. You might not even know that it's there because it's such a familiar feeling. Perhaps all the fire of this week, all the potential and energy will help you shift that so that you can remove those swords and heal. Is there an old pain that you're not dealing with it? Is there a pain that you just think this is where I'm always going to feel? Really work on that, and I love this. Really work on that and heal yourself. And the star is completely correct. It's time to heal. You should feel some great inspiration, love, and divine wonder coming to you this week to help you heal that pain and put that pain behind you. On top of that, this is the card of great creativity, inspiration, inspired ideas, and just, that wonderful feeling you have. This card follows the Tower in tarot. So the Tower's like, boom, big disaster, rah! And then you got the Star, which is like, oh, when you wake up after a really stormy night and the sun is shining and the birds are tweeting, and it's like, oh, that sense of positive ions in the atmosphere and feeling all good and fine. That is what's going on for you this week. Great. I love the Star. It's a fabulous card to get. Don't bother about, if you get like lots of inspired ideas and you're not sure which one to follow, don't argue with yourself. Explore them, but don't get confused. Just allow that energy to flow. There may be somebody feisty, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, who is riding in to have a very heated argument with you, but you're sitting with the Star, so you can handle it. If you don't want that person to contact you, block them. This is the equivalent on, banning them on Facebook, kicking them off Instagram. That's this card. Don't worry about it. Don't sort of keep looking to see if they're, what's going on yourself. Keep people out who are not good for your mental, emotional health. And also kick people out who are causing you so much distraction that you're not achieving what you should be achieving. Because guess what? This week there is a lot of achievement that you can do. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon.